When I was in my second yearing, I realized that one thing that this academic performance and whatever the grades we are achieving won't let us be where actually we want to be.
Hello guys, welcome to Engineers Cloud podcast. We are here to do things better. Today we are coming up with Mr. Vikash Garg and Sarveshwaran.
Thanks, Divyanshu, for having us on this podcast. So, a little bit introduction about myself. My name is Sarvesh. Currently studying my final year in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. I have hobbies of reading books, cycling, cricket games to play, and recently I joined as a cloud engineer analyst at Sears. And yeah, it's been a fun journey till now.
Uh, okay, so myself, Vikash Garg, I'm also an undergraduate student, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Computer Science Department. And basically, my role, I am a co-founder and chief technical officer at Fateinfo, and we did a lot of things. We basically enhance technology. Thank you, Divyansh, for having us in here to this podcast, and I'll forward. Uh,
So let's start this fun podcast with both of you. So, sir, what was the thought of both of you before joining college and how much part of it got reality?
okay. So before joining the college, the life was pretty different. And so for in my case, I basically want to be a, in Indian Air Force pilot. Uh, I had a, some sense of this, kind of some sense of a technology knowledge that basically drives me towards the, going with computer science domain. And so when we first came to college, so it was kind of a for our case, it was kind of a strictly school type atmosphere where we need to basically, and after that it's keep on, sort of upgrading, and we learned a lot of things, we did a lot of things. So basically, as far as my entire journey, the college is not basically teach you academics. It's basically teach you a lot of things other than academics: teamwork, how you basically do entertain, how you need to keep yourself motivated, when you go down, how you need to push yourself forward. So the variety of things, it will give you some sort of a atmosphere to grow you as an individual, and a good society person, and it will impact you a lot of ways. So that's it.
Initial thoughts while joining engineering college was no matter what college I join, the efforts I put is the efforts which matter the most, right? I know college also plays a role of, bringing in good companies,
Hmm.
placements, good opportunities, extracurricular activities, and all this stuff.
Hmm.
Even apart from them, if you're not in a very good college, if you're in a tier 3 college like ours is the Sri Venkateswara College of
Hmm.
Engineering, right? So the efforts you put in and the opportunity which comes your way, the attitude you have towards it, right?
Hmm.
You have the attitude of, okay, whatever opportunity comes to my way, let me just take it up, uh, give it my best. Even though I fail at it, it may be a learning experience, right?
Hmm.
And next time, if any other opportunities comes, understanding, okay, this is the level set, and this is what happened in my previous opportunity. I can learn from that and make myself better, right? So that's what I want to tell. Joining any engineering college, it not necessarily have to be in IIT or NIT, right?
Hmm.
Your entire three college also, the efforts
Exactly.
you put in, the opportunities you uh, you know take up and move forward is that's what matters.
Okay. Was any intro or ragging happened with you in college? Because at that time we have also listened that a lot ragging happened.
So basically, as far as I know, it was not at all sort of a rule in our college. No one ranks us in our whole academic life, or you can say academic engineering life. So our seniors was pretty chill. They were pretty. good. They were pretty friendly. They motivate us and they were quite helpful. So as far as I know, this kind of a ragging scenario in my engineering life. But yeah, it's not like that. Even I respect my senior the most, and they guided us in some sort of a proper direction. So that's it.
I think at our college there was no problem of ragging at all, as per my understanding. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing. There's no ragging or something from a college.
Okay. Second year is one of the starting stages of being placement ready. So, what was both of yours thinking for developing skills, grades, and focus on your goals?
The basic funda what seniors told is you want placements, learn DS Algo, right? And me and my friend, we kind of took like a coding challenge, and we are trying to solve it in the middle of the classes, right? Most of the coding challenges were based on patterns, the star pattern or different type of patterns. We should draw it on paper, and we should be like, okay, we'll try to figure it out. What's the code for it? We used to write it on a piece of paper. Then I know, like, phones are not allowed to be used in class, but
Hmm.
we did have a C compiler on the phone. We typed out the code. We're like, hey, I got the code first. I got the answer first. And that was second year. I was not so much into DS and Algo. As days goes on, they're talking so much about so many things, technical things, and I'm not into that DS Algo thing.
Hmm.
In the third year of engineering, I was introduced to cloud, and I've been living in cloud till from then.
Okay. What was yours?
So basically, uh, some sort of things were same with me also. Uh, Basically, when I was in my second yearing, I realized that one thing that this academic performance and whatever the grades we are achieving won't let us be where actually we want to be. So we need to push ourselves to standard. So first of all, what I did, I tried a variety of technologies. Like I tried Android development.
Hmm.
I tried machine learning, learning about different variety of papers, and even I tried web development also. And so, I'm a kind of techie guy. I from the starting from the first year onwards, I'll be I used to watch Google I/O
Hmm.
keynotes and Apple WWDC Worldwide Developer Conference. So I was a kind of a this gives me a exposure how Google is revolutionizing things through machine learning. So this things basically gives me a kind of a force to start. So I started basically focusing on the machine learning and deep learning side. And currently I'm that field only. Basically, if you say the things I'm good at, so basically machine learning and deep learning. And also as far as DSL goes, so yeah, it's all about practice. Even I did some sort of practice questions on lead code and hacker rank. But it's all about practice, so we did it all for the placement sake of purposes. So it's like a upgrade, you can say, from the second year to third year, and sort of as of now.
Yeah, so we can say means for developing skills, practice is very necessary.
Yeah, definitely. If anything, if you say programming is basically like a mathematics. Until and unless you solve it, write it on a paper. So, my one suggestion that I want to give it, firstly, try the code on a whiteboard with marker or on a pen and paper rather than going on a compiler.
Hmm.
So this will basically give you a kind of a visual sense, and as far as you can also come up with a better solution by practicing it more and more.
Sir, in 2017, technologies were at different level, and now it is 2021, and technology went wide a lot. Means it got expanded. What is your point of view regarding that, and how CS students got benefited through it, or struggle for CS student got increased?
Technologies are growing rapidly, right? So one day or the other, there'll be like a new processor coming out, a new smartphone coming out, or maybe some new cloud technology coming out, right? But the only problem is that particular technologies is not being taught to the students, even though the technologies are available out there. We still study some outdated syllabus on what was that? no, I don't want to take up that subject name. I don't want to offend any teachers
Computer
left.
organization, I think
No,
so.
no, don't do it. So yeah, there are some outdated subjects, right, in our syllabus, and so there's nothing go out there, visit some Udemy or Coursera or any other online learning platforms and learn from that, right? Because if they're 100% dependent on curriculums which are from the college, right,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing much they can do apart from get good marks, right?
Hmm.
After getting good marks, what will be the end results? Just, they'll call you on stage and be like, "Hey, congratulations, you got first in all of college, right?" But
Hmm.
after that, how is that going to be helpful in the future? Because the technology is being even the syllabus, if it changes from time to time and it's updated, right, it would help students.
I completely agree with what Sarvesh told that, yeah, whatever the academics we are studying, it's I think we have a academic gap of approximately 10 to 15 years. Uh, what the industry is doing and what we are studying. For example, in our syllabus, we studied about Intel processor that was designed, and right now we are on the 5 nanometer, and we are on the different sort of technology. So yeah, I completely agree that we need to be updated, and also we know that computers keep on revolutionizing the things.
Hmm.
Once in a while, a revolutionary product comes and it changes the entire fate and face of entire human industry, and take a lead forward. So see, computer science is basically took a lot of technology, from a smartphone to a smartwatch to any sort of things. How things have become smarter, it's basically with computer science. So I don't think so that we have any kind of a shortage of any jobs. As far as you have potential, if you have technology stack and you have potential, definitely, if you don't have even a degree also, you can come up with a kind of a good work, and any company will come up and hire you and pay you the requirement they are expecting from you.
Hmm.
And that's it. You need not to be good at academics. See, I'm a sort of person who was totally negative towards scoring good marks in theories, because
Hmm.
these books won't give you anything. Mugging up and spit on a paper, it's not anything.
Hmm.
It's what basically drives you forward. You have some sort of problem statement, you change the entire industry, be applauded and appraised.
Both of you are the winner of the Smart India Hackathon 2020. Uh, so what was your journey? Means how did you get to know about that Smart India Hackathon and how you formed the team? And because you were the team lead, so means
Yeah.
how you manage the planning and responsibilities, because our team leads responsibilities are huge. So how did you manage them
Yeah.
all?
Definitely, I was a team lead, but the achievement was a combination of my, the five, gems that were in my hand, and that worked phenomenally well. From starting when we need to submit the proposals for the Smart India Hackathon. So this all thing was done by the Sarvesh. How we need to plan the PPT, what and all things, and what and all the key points that we need to put into the PPT that will impact the other person or impact the jury members in a positive way. So basically, if you can say, if Smart India Hackathon is because of Sarvesh only. He did the PPT in a very right way, and we got selected for it. And after that, when the finale came, so it was a kind of a great teamwork we had so far. My team performed exceptionally well. So it was a sort of we have a 48-hour session. So there it one evaluation session is one a general discussion where we suggest some sort of a changes that we need to
Hmm.
put into our next evaluation round. So a team was responding very positively. One team member is basically noting down all the highlight point that we want to do, where basically we are lagging behind. it's not like that our team was limited to a particular technology. Suppose it's like that whatever the problem we are facing, any of the team member starts working on it, and it was a kind of a phenomenal teamwork that I had so far. I would like Sarvesh to add on some more points to it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Vikas was a team lead and he won it because of his initiative and his constant perseverance and motivation. That's for sure, right? And just to give you an idea, our problem statement was CK107.
Yeah.
Basically, it said video-based dynamic human authentication system for access control. I still remember that line because I by hearted the line. Okay, maybe now I have to give a presentation on that and I have to tell that line. The thing is, our team consists of me, Vikash. There is Sachin, and there is Abhinav. There's Tahira. There's also Varsha. Vikas, am I missing out on anyone?
No. Yeah.
All of them were covered, right? Okay, cool. So all of these team members played like a vital role, right? One was purely based on presentation and PPTs. One was purely based on working on machine learning algorithms and making the core logic of it database. So we all spread across our work and we got to know who's strong at what particular point, right? So with presentation, Vikas was very strong with it. So he took over the presentation and there was not much hassle where one guy speaks, another guy speaks, and there's like clashes. So the whole presentation throughout the Smart India Hackathon was only handled by Vikas. So he was the one, all 2 days, both morning and evening, evaluation round, and one more was, which was the other round, Vikas?
One was evaluation round and one was sort of a discussion round.
Discussion round, yeah. So all this round, Vikas took lead and he was presenting all the things. And the way we structured it is we had the entire solution ready with us, but we didn't provide the solution to them directly on the first day, right? If you show them the solution on the first day, then they'll ask on the third day, what all changes have you done in this second day? They'll ask, what all changes have you done in this from past 48 hours? Because the hackathon has been there from past 48 hours, right? So you have to give them an incremental kind of view. Okay, these are the different changes we've been added from the previous previous sessions, right? And then they were like, okay, first we just focus on problem statement and theory, right? And that presentation we did, and we presented to the jury for the first discussion time. They're like, where is the product? We hadn't showed them the product yet. Like, ma'am, we'll show you during the time of evaluation round. So during evaluation round, we added few more PPT points and we showed them an initial concept of how machine learning algorithms are now worked, and how we put an input, we got an output. Note that this was without an user interface or a type of a user interface through which you can log in. Nice, but I think it should be better if you have some type of user interface along with this, so that we can go ahead and click here, click there, and do this and do that, right? But we already had this plan beforehand that they'll ask this question. So like, okay, ma'am, we'll do this in the next cycle. So next discussion round, they were like, okay, show us what are the different changes you have made. And this is PPT wise, right? So we added a few more slides on that from starting to the end, and we moved on. And for the second day, we showed with the user interface, right? But here there was one more thing. They said, what's the database you're using? Excel sheet, right? Because it was Excel sheet, right?
Yeah, locally in our system in an Excel sheet format.
So yeah, we stored it in Excel sheet. They're like, no, we want it to be in a database. Here there was a core problem. We had, I think, around 24 hours or 20 hours to figure out a solution where you have to integrate a database into the whole thing and make the entire thing work, right? And we're like, okay, we're not ready for this. And all the team members, right, they started researching, they started finding out solutions, they started trying things on their own. Finally, we came up with a solution, and we, less amount of time, we were able to pull this off, and it's working perfectly, right? So they saw this gradual increasing of change, right? And how things gradually became from nothing to something like a working product. So that is the key to winning Smart India Hackathon. And I think with that, because you have anything else to add to that?
No. You perfectly, defined the things. Uh, so it was kind of a, you can say, life-changing moment for us when we got that. It was kind of a whole sort of a suspense. So they told that, yeah, winners of the problem statement CK107.
Hmm.
And after that, the one of the jury members or one of the head of the DRDO, he was keep on saying some sort of a motivational quotes of Steve Jobs, like if you want to be it's better to be a pirate rather than to joining a navy. And we were basically counting when this things will over, when we get our result. And then that fellow and that sir told that winners of CK107 is Team Houston. And we were like a completely shocked, blown out, uh, because
Yeah.
uh, you know uh, it for the first time for us, we selected, we did it our best. It was a technical hackathon. We don't know that what others team was doing,
Hmm.
basically what our competitors are doing. So it was kind of a life changing moment for us. And literally I was kind of a very I literally have tears in my eyes with happiness. And it was a some different feeling that we had at that particular point of point of time. And still I remember those moments was
Those are like really good moments, yeah, Vikas.
Hmm. So after that, you got internship in DRDO, exactly. So what was the experience of that? Because many students have dreamed like DRDO. So,
actually it's like uh, you have a product, uh, and you need to work, just you need to expand it further.
hmm.
So you cannot say it was a sort of an internship, but yeah, they were the persons of the DRDO. And so they told us from whatever the product and prototype we made, and we want to come that product as a startup. So what and all things we need to do. So we keep on designing some sort of a business model, business plan,
Hmm.
cost structure, and sort of different things we had in after that.
Okay. So both of your third year in COVID was in COVID. So
Yeah.
what was the point of view for internships? Because at that time you get placement ready and you get experience as much as possible in third year. So what was your focus during that? How did you manage things?
Because I want to
Divyanshu.
take that.
No, you take it.
Okay, cool. I think I would say our batch is kind of lucky because we had this COVID restrictions and no one was going to college and schools, colleges, right? So we're all staying at home, and I had more time to work on internships, right? So it was last April 2020, and the pandemic was going on, right? And schools and colleges and all was shutting down.
Hmm.
So it was like a good time for me because I could spend more time on web development, and that's not possible if it was a college time because you'll be busy with colleges and you can't spend more time with any
Hmm.
type of internship, right? So from then I think it has been only a good upward journey. I've done some good freelancing, some 7 to 8 good freelancing projects as a front end developer, and then that kind of helped me get the journey started at third year, right? I was introduced to cloud by the Google Cloud team, and
Hmm.
there's a track called ACE track, Associate Cloud Engineering track.
Hmm.
It's a 3 months course where students get access to video content and hands-on experience on quick labs.
Hmm.
So what happened then is after 3 months, I made a small team of 7 to 8 members,
Hmm.
and we are like, okay, we'll crack this ACE certification no matter what. So I
Hmm.
had the study guide name, so it is a good study guide, right?
Hmm.
And we're like, okay, we made a team, and slowly, from 8 people, 4 or 4 people kind of dropped out in middle. The
Hmm.
remaining 4 people lasted till the end, and we completely, studied properly for 1.5 months.
Hmm.
Then it's time to give the exam. So I was confident enough. I placed set a date. I went. I gave my exam, and
Hmm.
after the exam, it's given. You have successfully passed. So in
Uh,
this age, how much marks you got, or out of how much marks you got. just tell you whether you pass or fail, right? And I'm
Hmm.
just reading the word pass like 4-5 times. I'm like, no, I can't believe that. Pass, like, okay, are you sure? Like, read again, pass. Like, okay, then I'm like, okay, it's passed. And I came out, I called my mom, like, hey mom, I passed and stuff. And it was a surreal moment. And after that, I was part of the Google Cloud Ready Facilitator program. So
Hmm.
anyway, I was A certified, and it was a no-brainer. So they were like, okay, you can also be the Google Cloud Ready Facilitator, right? So from that,
Hmm.
I got a chance to interact with a lot of, I would say, colleges, approximately around 80 plus colleges all over India, and 500 students
Hmm.
were enrolled in this program through our college name.
Hmm.
So we had like a good plan on how do we tackle this problem, how do we get the cloud ready, and all of that. We had a good solid team of coordinators from SVC and also external coordinators from other
Hmm.
colleges as well, right? So we had constant interactions. We had Google Meets. We're trying to solve some problems. We're trying
Hmm.
to get to know, how best we can approach this program. And
Hmm.
finally, after the program ended, it was very successful. After 6 to 8 months later, an HR texted me through, we got your name from Google itself, right?
Hmm.
So I'm like, oh wow, that's actually really nice. And it was a 1 week intense interview. So there were like three different rounds of interview:
Hmm.
technical round, managerial round, and HR round. So one after the other, I was clearing all the rounds, and
Hmm.
finally, they were like, okay, you seem to be a good fit. Here's an offer, right? And that's how I got an offer to be part of, as a cloud engineer analyst. That's my cloud journey.
It was a great journey. Means a lot of experience came and like confidence, and it's a different type of journey.
No, yeah, I said right. I think Vikas will also agree, right? The more you try to put yourself out there, automatically your confidence level increases and your communication also increases. You try to understand and talk the things which matter, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so even I completely agree. The things which we fear the most, we need to keep on doing those things. If you're weak at communication, keep on working on the communication skill.
Hmm.
See, I believe in that if you fail in something, so definitely it's not the end of that thing. You're doing something well. If you fail in a particular technology or competition, no need to demotivate. You need to
Hmm.
push yourself forward, because there might be some good opportunities out there waiting for you. If you would have joined that particular thing, you wouldn't have won that particular opportunity.
Hmm.
So fail is basically, as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, first attempt in learning. So failures are very important when when we do some sort of things also. Failures are pretty much important.
Hmm.
Without failures, you cannot make yourself good. So my journey was basically, even approaching the internship. I had 3 to 4 internships as a different things. One was basically from the college, Cretonics Consultancy. So it was kind of a plus point for me, that they are giving me enough money, and they are providing me attendance also. So I need
Hmm.
not to attend those, boring lecture that I am definitely not interested in. So all the attendance are handled by those person. So basically my curriculum was, I 8:30 I'll go to college. I'll sit at the
Hmm.
Q rights. We have one department called Q rights where we are focusing on basically on the product development.
Hmm.
Often, if you have an idea, we basically, how you can put an idea into a startup, then to a product.
Hmm.
Basically, I sat there, and I don't have much work through that internship. Basically, I need to manage one QPDS. It was a question paper distribution system,
Hmm.
which basically generates the question paper for our internals. So it was sort of a website only.
Okay.
So my journey was basically, to keep on learning some new techniques. So I go to college, I keep on learning new techniques, like new things in machine learning, new things in deep learning, trying out some different projects. I was not though I was not attending classes, but I was there at college from morning 8:30 to even nights 7:30, to 8:30 something, and I'll come directly to my room and I'll have dinner
Hmm.
and I'll look for some different things. So these things somehow motivated me to win Smart India Hackathon. gives me a kind of a potential so that I can work continuously throughout those sort of hours. And
Hmm.
that our third year journey, when there was lockdown, so yeah, we have plenty of opportunities. Internet was flooding with different sort of courses. People are providing variety of opportunities for the internship. So I started applying internship through my resume. I made what are the important key skills I'm having, and what are the works I highlighted on my resume, and I
Hmm.
got one as a at Steady World Private Limited and one data science intern at Techno Collabs,
Hmm.
and Android developer and machine learning developer at Finlex Technology, and I also had this Tritonics consultancy. So internship basically basically tells you how basically industry works, what kind of works expectation that industry wants
Hmm.
for us, and means as an individual.
Hmm.
Basic skill we need to, suppose you're good at Android development and your interest is at Android development, so be stick to that particular technology. Have an incremental update, try out this thing, try out this thing, and try out this thing, and keep on applying for internship.
Hmm.
It's not that you need to stop for it. You apply 100 and 200 internship in a day, so definitely there'll be a one internship which is waiting for you, and you'll get a reply back and call. So it's not like that this internship is basically expecting so much sort of experience tech, so you don't apply for it. Just apply, try it out, and if they give some sort of a task, do it. If you also won't able to do it, just try it out. Maybe
Hmm.
you will not do it fully, but when you do the task, so definitely this basically thing. And
Hmm.
all these sort of experience turned up, and I started my own startup, Fateinfo Technology. So it was running very well. uh, I have one offer, 1 to 2 offer in my hand,
Hmm.
but I'm basically thinking to go continuing my startup, uh, and we are working on some sort of product also. But due to this corona, it was on a hold down.
Hmm.
So definitely, if things will get better, so definitely will come with a product.
Okay.
That's it.
That was a fun podcast and a lot of knowledge with you guys. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And one last thing, Savesh, like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna say it together.